Hey everyone, welcome to the April Dev Roundtable for Shade Protocol. We've got Guy Garcia, Kyle, Austin, and Carter with me. This episode is actually pre-recorded, so we will be recording it now and then releasing it tomorrow, Friday, April 29th. We actually have a wedding of one of the team members, so a couple people are out, and then we will also be out of office tomorrow. So just pre-recording it, getting everything set up. It'll be a little bit shorter of an episode today. So Carter, I guess if you want to kick us off with kind of talking about what we're leading up to.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've June 7th to June 8th is one of the most exciting events in Shade Protocol history. It's going to be our chance to fully announce the roadmap for Shade Protocol. There's some potential things that people are going to be able to see there with products, specific dates that are going to be released, and there's just been so much hard work that's been going on behind the scenes with the many developers of Shade Protocol. May will be very quiet, so full disclosure, it's heads down, it's building for leading all the way up to Decentral. And so we won't be doing our regular monthly update at the end of May, because all of the fun stuff is going to be happening in June. So I'll leave it up to you, adults, if you want to talk about what's going down in Decentral, how we're planning to cover it, how the community can be plugged in and ready to go with tracking all of the development that's going to be announced there.
Yeah, absolutely. So June 7th and 8th is going to be Decentral Austin, and we are calling it the Convergence for Shade Protocol. So we have about 20 community members that are traveling down to meet the Shade Protocol team, which is about 15 members as well. We actually have Guy Garcia flying in from where he's located to Texas, and a couple other people as well. So it's going to be this massive collection of Shade Protocol team members and community contributors. And like Carter said, there's going to be a lot of alpha dropped in regards to products then and there. Like Carter said, product demos, showing you guys what we've been working on. And then in regards to moving forward, a roadmap of the rest of the year and what we have planned for even 2023. So just, again, a lot of stuff happening in Austin. If you can't get there, everything will be live streamed, including talks and including demos and things like that. So no worries if you can't make it. We would love to have everyone and anyone that can make it to Austin, though. If you want to go check out the event, go look at tickets. You can actually go to Decentral Con at Twitter, and they are doing a promo code for tickets called Shade22 is the code you enter. It gives you a little bit of a discount on tickets to the event, but I don't want to say too much about the event because I want to leave some mystery behind it in terms of like what's actually going to happen and what we're going to be discussing as well. So Austin, I guess if we can lead into kind of what you've been working on and what updates you have on the front end side of things.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really have any alpha to share today as far as like screenshots or anything like that, but I can say that the front end team's been hard at work trying to think about how we're going to design this application to have multiple different primitives working together in a single user interface. Up to this point, with our airdrop staking derivatives, it's been a site that's sort of dedicated to that one part of the app with specific learning resources as the sidebar. So we're kind of redesigning how the layout's going to look, so that you'll be able to access these different things all in one app and have it be a very nice, seamless experience. So that's the focus right now, and we're going to have a lot more to share in Austin.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add on to what Austin said, imagine being able to go to one website, shadeprotocol.io, and being able to use 10 different DeFi applications without actually ever having to leave the site. Like that is the level of user experience that we have created and what we're currently working on. And so when Austin says he's building all of that out, like you will be able to go to shadeprotocol.io and use every single application that we have and are going to be building without ever having to leave the site. You don't have to go to a separate page. You don't have to click on something and leave. You're just able to stay in the app and the experience, and that's what we want to happen in terms of user experience. We want everyone to be able to use apps as quickly and as easily as possible. mom and dad should be able to go to shadeprotocol.io and have no issues understanding what a lend product is or what an anchor type like earn or save product is. Like, we're taking all of the hard words that people don't want to use, and we're making them easy for people to understand. So Austin and our other front end team members are constantly working on making sure that user experience is top notch for everyone that wants to experience what Shade Protocol will be. Moving on to Kyle, I guess if you want to talk a little bit about what you've been working on / any updates that you had as well.
Not very much I can say quite yet, but we'll be able to share more very soon.
Absolutely. Austin, Texas is definitely what Kyle's been focused on in terms of product. And so again, the Convergence at Decentral will show what Kyle has been working on. So that kind of leaves last, Guy Garcia, if you'd want to talk a little bit about some updates that you have regarding governance, staking, things like that.
Yeah, so can you guys hear me? Well, yeah. Okay, so yeah, in terms of governance, it's pretty much, I'd like to say 95% complete. It's currently in a testing phase. Multiple improvements are being done to it. Think about as least TX as possible to interact with it, making it as simple as possible for users to get to use it. What else? Proposals are built in a way that not only do you fully decentralize the whole protocol, but you can expand upon it without having to actually update the governance contract. It's built in such a way that you can deploy new smart contracts, deploy new products into Shade Protocol without actually having to modify governance. So ideally, if governance works great out of the box, you might never have to change that. What else? Reducing gas prices, reducing gas usage on these transactions are being worked on. And finally, how do you vote on governance, right? You have the staking contract, or shall I say staking contracts. You could potentially in the future, or at launch, work on setting up your own risk plan for staking. Maybe setting up your own APR per token. I don't know. What else are we going to talk about that?
Yeah.
And a little bit more alpha. Voting power is not going to be completely determined by just the amount you stake. So more about that later on. But yeah, that's a little bit of alpha in there.
Crazy amounts of alpha. Can you imagine being able to actually choose a risk profile on staking? There's different levels. So what you're saying is there may be different levels of staking that will allow you to choose a risk profile, which is absolutely insane. I don't know if that's actually ever been done before to the extent that I think Guy is talking about. So that is unbelievable. And not to mention as well, like you said, voting power is not fully based off of the amount of tokens. I'm not sure how that plays out. So we'll have to see how that works in the coming months here, and in regards to when we can announce and when we can give you guys more details. I guess I'll turn it over to Carter as well for any last thoughts. We don't have too much more. Like we said, this is going to be a kind of short update. But yeah, I'll turn it over to Carter, and he can kind of wrap us up here.
Yeah, thanks, Dalton. Thanks, Guy and Kyle and Austin for all the alpha. I'll just say that obviously there's less devs on this call, and that's largely because there is so much building happening, and we're in this calm before the storm. So be sure to follow Shade Protocol on Twitter, get involved on Telegram, Discord. We got some special community initiatives that are also being spun up as we speak as well in the background. And I really view the June 7th as this inflection point. Last year in September, we had something called Bitcoin Omaha, and it's when Shade Protocol was announced to the world. And June 7th and 8th is when Shade Protocol becomes very, very real. The building, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, the 4 a.m. coding sessions, the countless number of hours devoted to thinking about all this coming together. The pieces are being assembled. and very soon they're all going to be coming together, and it all starts at the Convergence in Austin, Texas. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.